Minecraft in 2020 is a massive game. At this point, the game is over 10 years old and there are a lot of features. Recent Minecraft updates like the Village and Pillage update and the Nether update have done a great job at revamping old features. But there definitely are quite a few other features that are in a heavy need of a facelift. How's it going, everybody? It's me, your guy Waddles, and that is the topic of today's video. In today's video, we're going to talk about 10 Minecraft features that need updating. These are all features that have been the same for quite a while now. Updating these features could add a lot to the game. If you enjoy the video at any point, remember to hit that like button. Let's set a like goal of 15,000 likes today. Can we pass it? Remember to subscribe and hit that bell as well. Down in the comments, drop one feature that you think needs updating. For today's video, these features are in no particular order. Let's kick things off with a big one: combat. Combat is a tricky thing in Minecraft. If you've been in the community for a while, you know the combat has actually been redone before. It hasn't been the same forever. But the 1.9 combat update wasn't exactly well received. In fact, Minecraft's most recent combat update from a few years ago was so controversial that some multiplayer servers are still running the old version of the game simply because of the new combat system. When it comes to combat diversity and combat option, things are actually going pretty well. The most recent Minecraft updates have pretty much all added more options into combat. 1.13 added the trident, 1.14 added the crossbow, and of course, 1.16 added netherite. But that's just not enough. Minecraft's combat system needs redoing entirely, and thankfully, that's actually currently being worked on. Last year, one of Minecraft's developers, Jeb, revealed that a new combat update was in the works. Since then, a handful of snapshots have been put out. As of the recording of this video, that update is presumably still in the works, but it isn't here yet. So it's pretty easy to say that combat, it needs updating again. Next, let's talk gear. As of Minecraft 1.16, the game currently has 6 different tool tiers, but one of those tiers is brand new. Before Minecraft 1.16, Minecraft had the same 5 tool tiers that it pretty much always had, wood through diamond. Minecraft could definitely use more tool tiers. The Minecraft 1.16 Nether update added netherite. Netherite was very warmly received by the community. Now, I think this is partially because the devs did an amazing job with the stuff. It's really cool, and crafting it is actually different. That keeps things interesting. As of 1.16, the smithing table, a long abandoned table, actually has a use. That use is, of course, upgrading gear. If the devs were to ever go the route of adding more gear tiers into the game, I think the smithing table would be the perfect crafting station for that because, of course, I mean, that's what it's for. It's pretty straightforward. Now, what would these new tiers be? Would it be redstone, lapis, or emerald armor? Probably not. I would argue that these new tiers should probably be new things entirely. Redstone already has its own thing. Same with lapis. Emerald also has its own thing going on. So emerald armor, unfortunately, it probably just shouldn't exist. We'll talk a little bit more about these new tiers in just a second. Now, to make things more interesting, I think these new gear tiers would have to have some sort of different added benefit. You know how netherite armor has that added knockback resistance? Yeah, something like that. For example, maybe there's some type of brand new water armor. You find the ore somewhere under the ocean. You take that ore to a smithing table and upgrade maybe your diamond armor into this water armor, and that water armor grants better movement under the water. That would be pretty cool. The recent addition of netherite has made it clear that the community is open to more tiers in Minecraft. Also, can chainmail finally get a crafting recipe? That would be sweet. Alright, let's be honest. When you clicked on this video, you already knew this was going to be in this video, but Minecraft caves. So, we were just talking about brand new tool tiers. If there were going to be more tiers added into Minecraft, more ores would probably need to be added into the game. If more ores were going to be added into the game, then caves would straight up just need to be updated. Sure, maybe 1 or 2 brand new ore types would fit into the current Minecraft caves, but anything more and the current caves would get a little too cluttered. If the devs want to continue to move Minecraft forward, which I guarantee you that they definitely do want to do that, then caves are going to need to be updated at some point, sooner or later. The caves are almost holding the game back in a sense. Now, for a Minecraft cave update, personally, I like the idea of a brand new cave dimension. That way, the current Minecraft overworld doesn't get changed too much and still has that classic Minecraft vibe. Meanwhile, some sort of brand new mining dimension is added to the game, and that dimension is full of brand new ore types. Going the cave dimension route would also help preserve the current structure of Minecraft. You know, wood, then stone, then iron, then diamond. Eventually, once players are geared up enough, they'd be able to head over into a cave dimension and upgrade their tools. Sort of like you can with netherite currently. Speaking of new dimensions, can we talk about Minecraft's end? This dimension has been left unchanged for way too long. Now the end island, the starting point, this spot right here, I'd argue that this is fine. This doesn't need an update at all. This is the perfect end battle arena. More on that in a minute. Instead, the place that actually needs updating would be the outer end. This place right here. End cities are cool, but that's about it for the outer end. As soon as you have a few chorus plants, the rest of the end is pretty much just a barren wasteland. It's very, very uninspiring. Now that the nether has a lot more spice, the end is definitely due for an update. Imagine what the devs could do with this place. It is literally a blank canvas. Maybe chorus forests, mycelium wastelands? I don't know. The possibilities are really endless here. Haha. Get it? But the end itself isn't the only thing that needs updating here. I would argue that the Ender Dragon maybe needs some updates. But there's a catch here. The Ender Dragon, the first time, does not need an update at all. I'm in the boat of the first Ender Dragon battle being pretty much perfect. It's challenging, but it's also not too challenging. I'd argue that things need an update after the dragon is brought back to life. You see, currently players are able to resummon the dragon and take it on again. Maybe you didn't even know that. Why would you do that? Well, for more end gateways. Why would you get more end gateways? Well, that's kind of a good question. If you're not on a multiplayer server and you have an elytra and an ample supply of rockets, there's pretty much no reason to go through the trouble of resummoning the dragon to get another end gateway. If you have an elytra and enough rockets, you can easily just fly around the end and do things that way. The Ender Dragon battle should definitely get noticeably tougher the more that you respawn this thing. I mean, think about it. Maybe the dragon is angry that it's being brought back to life over and over and over again. That would kind of make sense. Now to reward players for the tougher Ender Dragon battle, maybe after you defeat the dragon, you get a special new armor tier type, or maybe even just a pair of elytra. Whatever the reward, the incentive end up being, the Ender Dragon respawn battles definitely need an upgrade. At this point, they need more of a reason to exist. We're currently about halfway through this video. Has your feature been mentioned yet? Have you dropped a like yet? No? Okay, perfect time to change that. So speaking of large things that are kind of boring, Woodland Mansion. Take a look at this structure right here. This is Minecraft's largest structure, other than some of those gigantic nether structures. This structure, though, is also Minecraft's most boring structure. Maybe. Okay, maybe a better way to put it would be Minecraft's most underwhelming structure. Typically, these woodland mansions are located very far out in your world. I actually got lucky this time, and this one is relatively close to spawn. Let's say you travel maybe like 10,000 blocks for this structure. There's gotta be some pretty good loot here, right? Wrong. The loot, it's not really even worth it anymore ever since raids have been added to the game. You see, previously, the best loot from this thing would have probably been the Totem of Undying, but ever since raids were added in 1.14, the Totem of Undying got a lot more easier to get. Players can simply beef up a village, get it ready for a raid, take on a raid, and get a bunch of Totem of Undyings from that raid, all without having to travel like 10,000 blocks from their base. To make things even more underwhelming about this massive structure, once you take it out once, it is done. The creatures will not respawn here. The Woodland Mansion, plain and simple, needs an update. At the least, the mobs inside of this thing need to respawn. At the most, this structure needs to be completely redone and stocked with even better loot. One concept that I had to make the Woodland Mansion even more cool is the Illusioner. This creature is already in the game, kind of. If you want to check out an Illusioner, you're going to have to summon it in. This cool blue-robed creature is currently unused. Wouldn't it be cool to find these things spawning in the Woodland Mansion, and only in the Woodland Mansion? I think that'd be pretty sweet. Minecraft cake, the best food in the game, right? I mean, the stuff is so expensive to craft. It's gotta be pretty good, right? No, wrong again. Lots of wrongs today. Minecraft cake. It's pretty much a lie. It's useless. It's not very good at all. It's not only is it really expensive to make, but to eat it, you actually have to place it down. And once you place it down, you cannot pick it back up. If you break the cake is gone forever. Big bummer there. Yeah, Minecraft cake, it's not good at all. It could definitely use an update. But at the same time, cake is an interesting thing. It's kind of almost been a meme in the Minecraft community for like ever that cake is just terrible. So if cake were to get an update, I'd argue that it would have to be a really, really minor update. Maybe eating a slice of cake would grant you the same effects that a golden apple grants you. Going that route would preserve the cake in its current state. Kind of. You'd still need to place it down and wouldn't be able to move it, but at least going through the trouble to craft this thing would kind of be worth it. Petition for Minecraft 1.17, dirt and cake update. Yes, please. But cake, why stop there? Let's open things up even more. Minecraft has a lot of food. I mean, check out all of this stuff right here. All of this food does pretty much exactly the same thing. In 2020 Minecraft, that is very unexciting. I mean, actually, I take it back. Check out the honey bottle right here. If we were to drink this honey bottle while we had an effect, it would actually clear that effect. The honey bottle is the perfect example of what I'm talking about with this one. Minecraft food needs an update. Minecraft food should do more good things other than simply restore different amounts of saturation and hunger. Now, to be clear, this wouldn't be the case for every single Minecraft food. Dried kelp, the stuff is garbage. We can forget about it. Poisonous potatoes, actually kind of. We'll talk about it in a minute. So check this out. If I eat this golden apple, we're going to get a couple effects. The golden apple grants absorption and regeneration. If I eat the steak, we're going to get nothing at all. Imagine if Minecraft foods granted different effects, sort of like the golden apple does or the honey bottle does. The honey bottle was added in Minecraft 1.15. Like we went over, it clears effects. The golden apple was added a long time ago, and like we just experienced, it grants effects. I think more Minecraft food should do the exact same thing. Now, the poisonous potato, it actually kind of already does that. You can get poison from the poisonous potato. It's not good. Now, to keep things balanced, the best effects should definitely be saved for food that is at least a little bit more difficult to get. Maybe something like pumpkin pie. In reality, pumpkin pie isn't all that difficult to get, but if you want to get a lot of the stuff, you're going to have to set up 3 different automatic farms. Again, these farms aren't the hardest, but it's going to require a little bit of work. You'll have to explore the game's mechanics a little bit. It'll be a great incentive to actually go through the trouble of setting up farms for all of the ingredients for the pumpkin pie. This idea is a massive concept. If this were a Minecraft update, it would be a huge update. Some of the ideas that I had are slightly faster swimming when the player eats fish, maybe slightly higher jumping when the player eats cooked rabbit, and maybe, big maybe, slightly faster mining when the player eats a baked potato. These effects could be granted every single time or at random. I think this would add a lot more variety to Minecraft's food. But what do you think? Do you think Minecraft needs a food update? Creative mode, a fun mode where you can build anything that you'd like for free. But the menu, it's my opinion, not very good. It's just not clean at all. As more and more blocks are being added to the game, the Minecraft menus are starting to get pretty big. I think it's about time for a Minecraft menu update in the near future. I mean, the banners, they should definitely be all under one toggle, sort of like they are in the Bedrock Edition creative menu. Lining up 10 different buttons like this right here, taking up all of the space, not exactly efficient. I think a Minecraft's Java Edition creative menu could take a lot of inspiration from Bedrock's menu. This system right here, currently, is just messy, it's big. If you're not using the search function, which personally I always need to, it could take quite a bit of time to actually find what you're looking for. And some menus are pretty much empty, like this one right here. Meanwhile, other ones are very busy, very full. It's just not balanced at all. The building blocks could definitely be refined into like transparent blocks, spawnable blocks, slabs, I don't know. The creative menu in its current form, it kind of bugs me, and I think it needs a big overhaul. If you've been keeping track, you'd know that this is feature number 10. Now, feature number 10 is a feature that I think needs an update ASAP. Take a look at Minecraft cats. How adorable. Look at all of these cool variants. These variants were added in the 1.14 update. Now, let's take a look at Minecraft dogs. They've got to be just as cool, right? I mean, they're dogs, right? Oh, no, wrong. We have dyeable collars, so you could change the color of the dog's collars, but that's not to mention that you can do the same exact thing with cats, and cats still just look way more cool. Plain and simple, Minecraft dogs, they need an update. In one of the upcoming updates, I'm really hoping that Minecraft dogs get an overhaul just like Minecraft cats did. Minecraft cats have a lot of cool mechanics tied to them. I mean, if you let them walk around and you go to bed, they'll come and lay on you, and maybe, if you're lucky, you'll get some treasure brought to you in the morning too. Meanwhile, Minecraft dogs, they all look the same, and they all do the same exact thing, and that thing has been the same forever. That thing, of course, attack other things. Minecraft dogs need new textures and new behaviors. Minecraft in general needs a pet update. I honestly think that would be kind of cool, not gonna lie. And so, those are 10 Minecraft features that are long overdue for an update. They all need updates. Did the feature that you dropped down in the comments below get mentioned in this video, or did it not? If you enjoyed this video, remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Today, I'd like to send a big shout out to my patron, Ground Crazy May. Thank you so much for the support, and until next time, stay fresh, elites. It's been me, Waddles. Goodbye, everyone.